We will consider some rules regarding the article, and we will also meet another concept, compensatory lengthening. So some rules regarding the article. Number one, proper nouns like Jonah, Nineveh are considered definite nouns. Common nouns become definite when the definite article is prefixed to them. This is generally true for non-guttural letters. So you have your article plus Melech becomes Hamelech, the king. Number two, before gutturals, Lef, Ayan, Resh, remember that gutturals cannot double. There is compensatory lengthening. The words there would be compensatory lengthening of the vowel of the article so that a patak becomes a kamets. So example would be your article plus ish, a man, and then the result would be haish. This one is a normal one, like your hey and then patak, and then later your mem would double. So it's a hamelech. So in here would be hamelech. There will be 1, 2, 3 syllables, and this first one is your first syllable. So that would be for the example, and then the other example would be for your when does compensatory lengthening happens when you have a guttural letter. For instance, you have your aleph here. What happens? This patak becomes a kamets. It's long, so that now you have 2 syllables in here, haish. So remember, if an article with a patak is attached to a word that is a guttural, your aleph here is a guttural, then the a lengthens so that it can stand alone as a syllable. In here, the a did not lengthen because it's a normal, it's a regular radical or letter, so that it forms a syllable. In here, this cannot double, so that the vowel preceding it has to lengthen. So this patak became kamets in here. The gutturals hey and kate do not double, and the preceding vowel is not lengthened either. So it doesn't double, and then it doesn't lengthen. So what happens next? In this case, grammarians think that there is as though the gutturals were doubled, and so call this virtual doubling or implied doubling. So imagine that they double because they cannot double, and then the vowels cannot be lengthened. So just imagine that it lengthened or it doubled. So you have your ha plus hekal would be ha hekal as an example here. Number 4, before you have your article there and the accented hey or ayin, the article is written as hey. You have your hey and then sigo here. So you have your article and then hakam there, and then you have he hakam. Can you please change on? There should be a hey there, not a kate. So the result would be the hey plus hakam. The result would be he hey hakam in there. Hey, please put a hey, not a. Please put a hey, not a kate. In the end result of he hakam. Number 5, before a yod and sometimes mem with a simple shiva, the article is written with a patak but without the dagesh forte. So this can happen sometimes. You have your article there, patak, and then dagesh forte. So the result in here would be, so hey, article plus yeladim, and then hi ladim. So something is missing in there, but it's okay in here. Let's now consider the inseparable prepositions on definite nouns. When an inseparable, so the word there is inseparable, preposition is prefixed to a word with the article hey, with the article or hey disappears and the preposition assumes the vowel pointing of the article. So your first example is a regular one. So hey and then safer becomes has safer. What if, so that's for the article. What if it's a preposition? Your preposition is your bait. An example is your an example for a preposition is your bait here. So bait plus hasefer, what becomes of the vowel, or for the bait, the independent bait, what becomes of the shiva? So look at the example. So your bait, when added to hasefer, the shiva in here becomes an a there. It kick out hey and assumed the patak there. So your bait kick out hey and assume the vowel of hey, so that the result would be basayfir here. There's no article, but it's like it's included in there already. So when I translate this in the book, I will translate this with the article in the book. So the bait, the preposition, assumed the vowel of the article, so that now when you translate, assume that the hey is included in there, or the article is included in there. So we have seen the articles. We met dagesh forte, we met compensatory lengthening, and then we met also some of the rules regarding the articles and the uses of the article. So for your assignment, do exercises E5, 10D. So that's 1 to 5. Again, I'll for an example, the instruction is to, so it's 510. So you'll do D. So translate this into English. You do 1 to 5, but let's do as an example number 1. So there's a question there, and then haven, and then who means he, and then bayat, that would be where is the son? He is in the house. So that would be your translation in there. So again, it's translation, not transliteration. So for number 1, where is the son? He is in the house. So do this for 2, 3, 4, and 5. As to your vocab, again, I'll give 5. So memorize the word halak. So that's on your textbook. That's page 61. Halak, which means he went or he walked, and then the nouns isha, which means woman or wife, and then gibor, warrior, hero, the valiant, and then kerem. You're familiar with the Lord, the Adonai, in there already, so I will not give that. So kerem, vineyard, orchard, and then lastly your tzadek, righteous. So halak, isha, gebor, kerem, and then you have your tzadek. Okay, so that's for session 5.